Welcome. Welcome back to Seed Tarot. Today we are going to finish up the energy check-in reading for our earth signs. We've already done fire signs, air signs, and water signs. So all that's missing is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. So let's get right into it. We're going to be looking at all 12 houses, the astrological planetary influences for your sign. We're going to focus on your 3rd house and your 10th house, which rule career, money, finances, how you communicate, and so on. The love readings for earth signs are also up, so if you're interested in that, take advantage of watching those videos as well. And of course, as usual, we have the Secret Sunday reading coming up. Okay. Woo! Very heavy energy. Feeling it mostly for Virgo for some reason. I will also do a bonus oracle card reading for you as well. So for your 1st house, yourself, your life in the present state, you have the Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana. Any cards that have been in the reverse for any of your readings, this is a good sign that luck is moving in your favor, and any predictions that have been made will be coming to life finally for you. Your second house has to do with your possessions, okay? And your 2nd house is ruled by Taurus, actually. So Taurus, there is a message for you, okay? We do have a page here, which are messengers. Wands are passions, desires, okay? This could be a new job or new job opportunity, a new opportunity to make money. And I need to tell you, this may be something that you're already aware of, Taurus, but this applies to Virgo and Capricorn as well. This is almost like sizing up and really critically looking at an opportunity here and questioning the profits that you would make. And I need to tell you, do you know what a mirage is? A mirage is kind of like when you're in the desert and you think you see something that's not really there. Okay, it's an illusion when your mind starts to hallucinate when you're in very high temperatures or strenuous environments. There's a message here about something is going to be happening that's going to present itself as a mirage. It's going to seem like an opportunity that's, I need to say, maybe too good to be true. Interesting. Your 3rd house, okay? How you're communicating, how you're sharing. You have the Chariot, another major arcana card. So I need to say, the Chariot is the illusion of movement, right? It looks like a vessel which would be moving, but these 2 figureheads are not actually up and moving. So it's the idea, it's the potential for movement, but no actual movement. So I need to say, in terms of how you're sharing and communicating, many of you are not communicating or wanting to share some aspect of your life with someone else. This is the energy of maybe being a little bit stubborn about something, not wanting to share information, not wanting to share an idea, not wanting to share money, not wanting to invest right now. Okay. And I think it's because many of you are waiting for the right time. You're waiting for the right time. You're waiting for destiny to call. You're waiting for a sign. You're waiting for like divine intervention before you do anything. Your 4th house, which has to do with your family life, your home life, you have the High Priestess. Okay, so intuitively, your higher self already knows and understands how to navigate a situation in terms of intimacy, in terms of your family, in terms of your future and your home life. For your 5th house, which has a lot to do with taking risks, okay? It has to do with entertainment, the pleasures in life, right? You have the Knight of Swords. This is quick, fast-moving energy. It's almost like rushing in and rushing out type of energy. And specifically, as it comes to enjoying life, I want to say this applies for all 3 of you, Earth signs. There's an energy of it's like going to a function to have a good time, or the intention is you're meant to have a good time, socialize. But your energy right now is where you're not particularly too crazy about spending too much time doing fun things. There's a little bit of a seriousness to your approach to life right now. You just kind of want to go to things because you feel like you have to socialize and you feel obligated. There's a social pressure to go to events, but you don't particularly want to talk to anyone really. There's like interesting energy. It's like, let's just get this over with type deal. For your 6th house, which has to do with your health, your work life, and where your courage is at, you've got the Magician. Wow, this is the 4th major arcana card for you, Earth signs. So you are manifesting health, okay? And you're manifesting, so those of you who are trying to lose weight or do anything to benefit your health, you have all of the tools that you need to accomplish that, whatever it is. You're fully prepared to take care of yourself. For your 7th house, the 7th house rules relationships, okay? And you have the 5 of Wands. So there's some sort of conflict going on in terms of relationships. And this could be inner conflict and not being sure how to communicate. I'm seeing a little bit of struggle here. It's like something feels like it's meant to be. And intuitively, you know, or you have a feeling that this might be your person, or this is the person who you're going to spend the rest of your life with if you're in a new relationship, but you keep fighting yourself about it. And it's like because of there's maybe some inconsistencies in the way that you think the relationship be going versus how it actually is. Interesting. Also, there's another energy here about just being in conflict with another person. So for those of you who are in a relationship, your partner may not be communicating with you right now that something you're doing is really bothering them. And I'm picking up on an energy of like rigidity and not moving forward. Like there's no forward progress. You're kind of set in your ways and not really willing to budge on some aspect of your relationship. And it's really a little getting to them a little bit, and they haven't told you how they feel because they want to avoid arguing. For your 8th house, you have this beautiful Sun card. This is the happiest card of the whole deck. Okay, and this is about transformation. It's about karma. It's about rebirth. And it's also quite literally about sex. So there's a lot of happiness and joy and fulfillment, optimism regarding this part of your life. And I'm picking up this very heavily for Taurus especially. Your karmic payout is coming. You have done a lot of good deeds. Okay, you've donated to charities, and you have really kind of put your finances, like put your money where your mouth is, I want to say, Taurus. And it's not like you didn't, when you do give, you don't just like give like the bare minimum, like $5 to small businesses. You are the type of person, Taurus, who you put down like a substantial amount. You're not cheap. Okay, like some of the other signs. And you're going to be getting a big karmic payout. Big karmic payout because of that good-naturedness part of you. Your 9th house, which has to do with traveling, learning, spirituality, and expansion. You have the Hermit. So many of you earth signs are actually in a very powerful vibration of introspective learning. You're learning so much about yourself. You're learning things about yourself that you never knew existed. It's like this is the energy of discovering a new talent. This is the energy of discovering a new passion. This is the energy of finding your own happiness. Wow. From my toes up to the top of my head, I just felt like this tremendous amount of happiness and pride and joy. It's like I feel proud of myself as if I'm you. Like if I were you, I'd be saying, I'm so proud of myself. You've really learned how to cultivate and manifest your own happiness. And there's just something so magical about that type of energy. And for Capricorn, I'm really picking up on some strong energy of like kind of pulling yourself out of a depressed state. Okay, many of you may have sought help from a professional, a licensed provider to help you with that. Okay, you may have been involved with an Aries, and perhaps that relationship got a little bit toxic. That's a very specific message for someone. All right, let's take a look at your 10th house. 10th house is for your career, where you get your motivation from and how you're interacting with the collective. So Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn, you have the Ace of Wands. So this is a new business idea. This is a new job. This is a new passion, a new desire. This is a new opportunity. Okay, many of you are having like the second wind type of energy where and if I'm getting from many of you, you may not have, this hasn't kicked in yet, but this is what's going to happen. You're going to start getting this like motivation out of, it feels like it's out of nowhere, but really it's because of the planets. Okay. This is an astrological influence on your sign where you kind of get the second wind. Also, you bring a fresh new perspective and fresh new passion and energy to the collective. Okay. You bring new energy, new passion to work. You bring new ideas to the workplace. You think of things, especially Virgo. You tend to be very creative, and not only creative, but so analytical that you think of things that no one else thinks of because you're so meticulous. You're very detail oriented, and you always think of things that no one else thinks of. That's a really unique talent of yours. For your 11th house, which has to do with messages from your spirit guides, your soul tribe, and being social, like more your social life. It's ruled by Aquarius, which is also the planet Uranus. You have the King of Wands. So I'm picking up more of a specific message. This goes back to what I was channeling earlier about that lone wolf type energy. Many of you are, like I said, with the Knight of Swords, kind of rushing in, rushing out of social situations. I'm getting there is a group of you feeling it very strongly who is a little bit more independent. Okay, it's like you have that zest. You have that zesty, what's the word, spunky personality where you can socialize in events and really kind of be the life of the party, but there's a big part of you that wants to spend more time alone in your thoughts, or spend more time at work, spend more time doing a little bit more for yourself, I want to say. Interesting. For your 12th house, which has to do with luck, miracles, healing, and privacy. So you've got Page of Swords, which means that this is like a very small amount of luck that's working in your favor, okay, because it is a page. But also, you're starting to learn. You're starting to kind of train yourself how to heal yourself or how to heal others, okay? This is also the energy of like being brand new to something. For example, just being brand new to the idea of meditation or being brand new to the idea that you have the power to heal yourself. This is kind of like an experimentation, training, learning, teaching yourself, just like starting to think a little bit more about metaphysical or esoteric things. All right. So, like I said, we're going to clarify your 3rd house and your 10th house for career, work, and finances. So, let's clarify the Chariot, please. You have Judgment. You have so much major arcana here. Judgment with the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. And so, this is reflecting exactly what I was talking about. This rigidity, this is confirmation of the message about being very stuck in your ways, being very stubborn, being very unmoving. This is also, I'm picking up a strange energy of not being very compassionate, or not feeling any type of sympathy or empathy for what you're doing. It's like this energy of, I don't have to explain myself. It's like, this is the energy of how you're communicating. But major arcanas show up in readings to say that there's a major lesson to be learned. Okay. Judgment. Okay. There is going to come a point where you finally learn how to be a little bit more flexible. All right. Let's clarify your Ace of Wands. Woo, that flew out of there. You have 5 of Cups in the reverse with a 3 of Swords. So this is going back to that message that I gave about the mirage here. Kind of sizing up a new opportunity you don't want to be taken advantage of when it comes to investing your money. And it's like the energy of, you've been kind of tricked before, kind of like those I'm getting specific messages like about a triangle, or one of those like Ponzi schemes, or one of those, what are they called? It's like, I don't want to give specific business names, but it's kind of one of those energies where someone offers you like the opportunity of a lifetime, but then you have to spend money. And usually, the minute you have to spend money on something without getting anything in return, it's usually a sign that maybe it's not the best business idea to go into. And so you've been through this before, and you're very adamant about not being in that situation again, where you lose out, right? You lose out on something. This is like the energy of like losing money. Okay. But for your 10th house, like I said, one of the ideas that you're going to come up with in your work environment is a way of preventing other people from losing money. It's like you're going to come up with a very creative way of helping people save money. And you're going to do it in a way that, for example, if you are working in a job where you work off of a commission, you're going to come up with a very clever kind of script, or a very clever kind of way of selling the business or selling the product or making money without causing other people to be taken advantage of, because you know what it's like to be taken advantage of. Very interesting. Wow, that was super specific. So let's do your bonus. I have a bonus for you here. We're going to do your oracle card reading. Take a look at what spirit animals or what spirit has for you. I'm going to pull 3 cards. 1 for Taurus, 1 for Capricorn, and 1 for Virgo. Okay. I'm picking up on some more specific messages here for many of you. One of them is about saving money, but another one is about like you have to spend money to, or you have to make money or spend money to make money. It's a very interesting message from Spirit. There's also a message about kind of like expanding your your way of doing business in general. It's like, don't limit yourself to one location, because maybe like you may be looking into getting a job or something like that, a new job, and you're not thinking about maybe it would be worth moving somewhere else to get a better paying job or a better opportunity. All right, so Taurus, you have Direction Guardian. Okay. Capricorn, you have the Stag. It's a very magical card here. Virgo, you have the Lady. And for all three of you at the bottom of the deck, you do have Traveler. Move in a new direction. Like I said, this is confirmation of that message. Perhaps an opportunity to be in a new energy, or to have a different career path may require traveling, going to an entirely new place. Taurus, choose your path. Some of you may be very indecisive right now. Like it's almost like having too many opportunities or too many job opportunities. Gosh, lots of people wish they were in that situation. It's like the energy of just having different talents and being able to make money in so many different ways. But maybe you can't really choose, or you're confused about how you should choose. And there's a powerful influence of wanting to provide. Yeah, I feel that. Like really wanting to increase your finances for the purpose of taking care of others, especially your family or future family. Capricorn, like I said, you have the Stag, which is a very magical card. It's a very symbolically magical. It says trust and thrive. So many of you are considering putting down even more money, or investing even more in an opportunity. This is like wondering if you should purchase like a very expensive equipment item for your business. It's like getting very specific messages here again. The energy is just coming in so fast. So like there is someone who is a photographer and questioning on whether or not they should, buy a new camera or buy something for their camera equipment, and they're unsure. There's also another message about someone who does some type of work with their hands, okay, and questioning whether or not they should buy some sort of equipment for safety reasons to protect themselves, like protective equipment, or purchasing like a machine that can do part of the work for you, and not being sure if you should do that. And then there's another message about wanting to play it safe. Because there's a big part of you that you want to be successful, but you're not willing to take risks, because your whole life you've been taught to be careful about your money. And even if presented with an opportunity of a lifetime that required you to invest before you make money, that goes back to that same message that I was receiving from Spirit about. It's like sometimes you have to spend money to make money. Many of you, Capricorn, don't know what that's like, because you've never really taken risks like that, especially with your money. But the message here is, it says trust and thrive. Trust and thrive. I love how interesting that all three cards are just heavily have so much green. Green, which is a color that is associated with earth. Okay. The resonance, the synchronicity is beautiful. Virgo, you have Lady, which, again, the synchronicity is lovely, right? The zodiac sign for Virgo is the Virgin, okay? And it really has nothing to do with gender. You could be a male and be a Virgo, obviously. This is about energy, about receiving. And what I'm getting it says enjoy growth and reap rewards. What you're going to be receiving, Virgo, is, for some of you, it's a gift. There's going to be a gift, like someone's going to offer you, kind of like if you're in college, for example, scholarship money or money for school. Those of you who need help with your children, and can't rely on a partner, you're going to be receiving financial aid from someone or something, from somewhere. It's also like I'm picking up on like very more specifics, like someone going to a food bank and getting more than just food, getting an abundant amount of resources. It's almost like also even meeting someone. Interesting, Virgo. Very interesting. And many of you have been working really hard at a job, and you may be in for like a promotion or a raise or something like that as well. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Be blessed and be well. Be sure to like this video if you found it to be helpful at all. And if you're interested in the love reading, those are posted and available for you as well. Be blessed and be well.